meteorologist Brian Peters with your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, May the 27th. Wow, May coming to a close and June just about to start. And you know what that means. We'll get to that in just a second. Satellite image this morning shows we do have some clouds across the state of Alabama, but a large mass of clouds over northeastern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, and parts of West Tennessee, thanks to a thunderstorm complex up that direction. And we'll talk about that, too, in a moment. The culprit there is a weak frontal system that is hanging across parts of the Mid-South just to our north. Satellite image shows that we have a large trough over coming out of the northern part of the Rocky Mountains with the ridge over the eastern part of the country. And that trough will be actually impinging on the eastern part of the country, but it won't be creating a really deep trough over the eastern part of the country. Temperatures this morning are fairly mild across the southeastern U.S., especially central Alabama. I note that Birmingham is 70, but Anniston 61, so a nice range across parts of central Alabama. Radar is mostly clear. We do have a small patch of some showers just to the south and southwest of Nashville, as well as the cluster of thunderstorms creating some warnings over northeastern Arkansas. And speaking of warnings and watches, there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for that part of the Mid-South, including West Tennessee and a few counties in extreme northern Mississippi. The green over Kentucky and into West Virginia's flash flood watch. The gray up in parts of Iowa is dense fog advisories. And we do have heat advisories, the orange areas you see in parts of Oklahoma and north central Texas. And speaking of a variety of advisories, the drought has really been beaten back by all that rain that we had this past week, so that currently nearly 78% of Alabama is out of any kind of drought circumstances. Speaking of rain, it looks like this week ahead is also going to be somewhat rainy. Not quite as much as we saw last week, but the 5-day rain outlook through 12Z on Thursday morning, that's 7 a.m., is about an inch to an inch and a half across central Alabama. The Storm Prediction Center has a moderate risk for severe thunderstorms today across parts of southern Missouri and affecting a little portion of each of the surrounding states. That, of course, surrounded by enhanced risk, plus a slight risk that goes all the way from northeast and north central Texas, all the way over to the Carolinas and all the way up to southern Iowa. The risk gets cut back a good deal on day 2, which is Sunday, and actually just clips the extreme northwestern corner of the state of Alabama. But as that front sags into our area, on day 3, which is Monday, Memorial Day, we see a slight risk extending from central Alabama and central Mississippi and the southern portions of both of those states all the way up into the Carolinas. And we're coming up, of course, with today being May 27th, we're coming up on the Atlantic hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center released their outlook for the hurricane season, the 2017 season, and they are forecasting slightly above normal. Interesting that Colorado State's forecast is below. And the tropical area, this is the map you'll be seeing on a fairly frequent basis, shows some clouds over Cuba and the Florida Straits, otherwise pretty cloud-free over the Atlantic Basin. All right, here's the 068 GFS model run. There's our frontal system off to our north that is causing the mischief and the showers up that direction. In the upper atmosphere, we can see that trough we mentioned coming into the western Great Lakes. This trough is not going to have a really strong impact on us, but it's going to have a weak impact. On Sunday, the front stays to our north, but as that trough comes into the Great Lakes, it is carving out a bit of a trough that is beating back the ridge, so the ridge moves back over Florida and the Bahamas. So the result is that frontal zone will actually just sag down into the southeastern U.S., and right now it looks like Monday could be a fairly wet day across the area with showers and thunderstorms. It's not an all-day washout, but it could certainly put some dampers on some barbecue events going on. The trough stays with us on Tuesday, and the frontal system remains in the area, so a fairly good chance for showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday as well. Not a great deal of change on Wednesday, so again, that front stays, the dissipating frontal boundary stays in our area, and that will keep things kind of unsettled with some showers. The ridge is still to our west on Thursday, but as the effects of the trough begin to wane a little bit, we still see the possibility of showers and thunderstorms across the area. So it looks like even into Friday, as we come more under the ridge, we're not going to see much in the way of a change, as showers continue to be a real possibility. There's a little weakness coming through the flow. You can see there just in southwestern Missouri. So that will help to enhance some showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. But because our atmosphere remains rather moist, once again, just showers and thunderstorms a possibility. Looking out into Voodoo Country, the GFS brings that ridge a little bit closer on Monday, the 5th of June, so that should help us to warm up fairly nicely. By Thursday, we're still under the ridge, but the main ridge axis remains to our west. And even when we get out to the end of the period around the 10th of June, the major ridge axis is to our west, and we're showing a little bit of a disturbance coming through the flow. So possibility of pretty good possibility of some showers. That'll do it for the Weather Extreme video for this morning. James, what am I saying? I will be back tomorrow with the next edition first thing on Sunday morning. Have a great day. Enjoy the dry weather. And if you get out and enjoy things, be sure to keep the heat in mind. It's going to be fairly warm with highs in the mid-80s. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day. Godspeed.